Hey y'all, welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious twice baked Cajun shrimp stuffed potato. And we're going to begin by preheating the oven to 400 degrees. Now I have two big old boys. Big ones, big russet potatoes. That's what you're going to need for this. Not only is this going to just give a nice over the top presentation, but it's going to feed you real good, okay? So I'm going to poke my potatoes with a fork. That's going to let out some of the steam as they cook. And then I'm going to rub them both down with a little bit of olive oil. Now, I like to season everything. So, honey, I am going to season the skin really well with some kosher salt. Those big flakes of salt are really going to attach to the skin, and it's going to give the skin and a little bit of the under potato a nice flavor. It can crisp up the skin. However, I am going to wrap this in foil so the skin won't get but so crispy. However, if you like that really crispy skin on a baked potato, you can bake these directly on the oven rack without the foil. When I do that though, I do like to put a little bit of foil on the under part, like the rack below it, because sometimes a little bit of steam or a little bit of drips will just come out of the potato. You want to bake this for anywhere from 1 hour to 75 minutes. Mine were quite big, so I let mine cook for 75 minutes. When they are done, they should be fork tender all the way to the middle of the potato. Because y'all know some of y'all be baking these potatoes and the outside is good, but that middle is raw. Baby, that is not going to work, okay? So you want to let these cool about 5 minutes or so, just enough until they are cool enough for you to handle. Now me, I got them kitchen calluses, okay? So me, I can about go straight in there with them out the oven. Just move quick, all right? Don't do this if you're new to cooking. I've been cooking for a long time, all right? So I'm going to cut off about the top third of the potato, maybe a little bit less than the top third. I like to cut off the side that is more rounded and leave the side that is flatter on the bottom. That way, when I go to bake these again in the casserole dish, it's going to sit right, okay? And then I'm going to scoop out the middle flesh. Do not make the mistake of taking all the meat out all the way to the skin. You need to leave about a 1/2 inch rim or so thickness so that the potato can still keep its form. If you have a few spots that are a little bit thin, that's okay. But in general, especially on the sides, you need to make sure that you keep a little rim of that potato so that it can hold the weight of what you're about to put in there. I am, of course, not going to forget about the potato that's on the top. I'm just going to throw that in there too. Now, this is where we get full big back, full fat, full everything. Okay, so don't come on here saying this is healthy. No, it ain't. You saw that thumbnail. You knew exactly what you got into, honey. Okay, so I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of butter. I am going to add in some cheddar cheese. You can use any cheese that you like in your mashed potatoes, but I'm going for like a chive and cheddar mashed potato filling. I'm then going to add in 1/4 cup of heavy cream. You could instead use sour cream, but I already had this on hand, so that is what I used. You could even use a little bit of evaporated milk. At this point, you want to just season it to taste. Add as much salt, pepper, and cheese as you like, but don't go too overboard on the salt. I know potatoes are bland, but you are going to be adding a sauce on this, and you don't want it to be overly salty. I'm going to place this to the side, and then I'm going to work on my shrimp. I have 1 pound of medium shrimp, and into that, I'm going to add 1/2 of this shrimp sort of jumbo Maggi cube. If you don't have this, just leave it out. You can just replace it with salt. I'm going to season the shrimp with Cajun seasoning, lemon pepper, garlic and onion powder, paprika, as well as some chili flakes. You can season the taste, but I will add some measurements for these spices in the description box. I'm going to add most of the seasoning, but I am going to leave about 1 teaspoon behind. I'm going to save that to flavor my sauce. I'm going to mix the seasoning all over my shrimp. And then I'm going to go ahead and prep my vegetables because the shrimp will cook very quickly. And then very soon after that shrimp is done, I am going to need to cook these vegetables. So this is the equivalent of about half of a bell pepper and about a fourth of a medium onion. You want to cut the vegetables very small. Do a small dice because you want them to sort of melt into the sauce. I'm also going to use one spring onion and some fresh chives from my garden. If you've been loving this recipe so far, go ahead and leave that shrimp emoji in the comments. Now, and if you are allergic to shellfish, baby, we're going to pray for you, okay? Because we're going to hope your taste buds open up so that you can enjoy this goodness that we got going on here, all right? Now, I in a skillet on a medium-high heat. I am going to add butter and olive oil and put in all of my shrimp. This shrimp is going to cook quick. This is not the time for you to walk away, go to the bathroom, look around. Honey, you better keep your eyes on the shrimp. Because really, you're just going to cook them for about a minute per side. The shrimp may not be totally cooked, but remember, they're going to get cooked again. So if you cook it perfectly or if you overcook it, please, God forbid, if you overcook it, it is going to become extremely rubbery, especially for the majority of the shrimp, which will be stuffed in. I leave out about 5 or 6 of the shrimp and just add them to my plate. Those ones I can cook to doneness, but the ones I know I'm going to bake again, you need to undercook them a little bit, okay? Just be mindful. And you may even want to just separate them on your plate. I'm going to remove the shrimp, then I'm going to cut the heat down to a medium low. At that point, I'm going to put in my vegetables, my onions, my peppers, and I'm going to begin to saute them. If your pan is too hot, you can put in about 3 tablespoons of water and that will cool your pan down. Once my vegetables have sauteed for about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to put in 4 cloves of minced garlic. I'm going to saute that for about 30 seconds until it's nice and aromatic. And then remember those seasonings we left off the shrimp? Well, this is where we're going to add it. We're going to put it right in with the vegetables so it can toast a bit on the pan and just give a really nice flavor. I'm going to cut the heat almost off, like a very low temperature, and I'm going to put in the green onions and then 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Don't do this with no whole milk. Don't do this with no skim milk. Honey, you already gonna do it, so you may as well go all the way. We need heavy cream to make a good sauce. And then I'm going to put in about 1/2 cup of cheese. This is white cheddar cheese, but I am also going to add in some Parmigiano Reggiano. I like that flavor that it gives, a little bit of a nuttiness. But again, you guys can use whatever cheeses that you like and use the amount that you like. I actually go a little bit lighter on cheese than most people would with this dish because even though I like cheese, I don't like it to be overwhelming, especially if I'm using heavy cream. So just do this to your taste. The dish needed a little bit more Cajun seasoning, so I just put a touch more in my sauce. And this is where the magic happens, honey. You're going to take that filling and you're going to stuff some inside of your potato. Add a little bit more cheese to your liking. Then you're going to put that sauce. That sauce is really going to seep down into these mashed potatoes and give a great flavor. Oh my goodness. If you guys could try this, you would just have your mind blown. It's really giving better than restaurant quality right now. And you know, even if you got this at a restaurant, this would literally be like $20 or more just for this. And guys, this is so good. So I'm going to mound up those potatoes on top really high. And then I'm just going to start sticking in as much shrimp, okay, as you want. Baby, we don't skimp in Kamira's kitchen. See, in restaurants, they give you about 3 shrimp. Here, honey, I'm going to give you like 10. Okay, you're going to walk away feeling like you had some seafood today. I'm going to add a little more cheese on top, a little chive. Put this in a baking dish and you want to bake this for about 15 minutes. That's going to allow the cheese to melt, everything to warm back up. You know it's thick. You saw how thickums this is. So it's going to take a little minute for all them flavors to come together. And honey, look at what you're working with. Now this is enough for 3 people, you know, 1 big bad person, 2 normal-ish people, Baby, I couldn't even eat half. All right, I couldn't even eat half. All right, so let me know how much you can eat. And let me know if you're gonna make this in the comments. All right, I'll see you next time in Kamira's Kitchen. Goodbye, y'all, and God bless.